Hi, my name's Lisa, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about like the difference between a lace top lace front wig and a silk top lace front wig. So this one is an eye wig. This is a 14-inch, and eye wigs come very layered. As far as the cap, you've got a very soft kind of jersey feeling to the top of the cap, and then it's very stretchy. This is a hand-tied eye wig. And this is a rooted color. This is silver platinum, which is just like a gorgeous, very cool beige blonde, very ashy toned. But the top, the rooting has a little bit of warmth to it. So it's just absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favorite colors. And then what I'm wearing is a lace top, lace front, New Wave Hair Company wig. And there is a couple major differences. A lot of people, like when I started buying wigs, I was very confused on which type I should even be looking for and what the differences were. I really wasn't sure until I tried them. So with the silk top, you're getting that scalp that looks real. And then you have just the little transition here into the lace front, the lace area. But that also adds a little bit of heaviness to the top of the wig. In other words, there tends to be a little bit more hair to the top portion of the wig on a silk top than a lace top. Density overall between these two, this has been thinned quite a bit, but the density is very similar between these two wigs. So, what? Okay, you're right. Okay, gotta check my blood sugar real quick. I'll be right back. So I don't even have to check with this dog. He pretty much, if he says I'm low or high, I'm low or high. I'm actually high right now. I just hit 200, which is a little high for me. So just took a little insulin, and yes, Cooper gets his treat. So since I'm already wearing the lace top, I'm gonna kind of show you close up and everything, what it looks like on. So as far as the lace top, it's a very thin layer, like where the lace top is. I can feel my scalp. It's like right there, very, very thin. Let me just kind of show you the back. Very thin up here. Now, if some wind were to blow, it is possible that you could see some wefts, but I usually try to stick with darker rooting colors, and that helps mask that. And, I've been wearing wigs for so long that I honestly really don't care anymore either. Like the wind blows and I'm just like, whatever, when I'm out and about. So just not a big deal to me personally, but everyone's different. And, if that is something that you worry about, then you might want to either stick with like hand tied versus wefted, where you won't see like the weft lines. Or you might want to stick with like a silk top, like an eye wig, where it's just a bigger area where it looks like scalp, if that makes sense. So, okay. So lace top, lace front. To me, these are very realistic. You have to get really, really, really close up to see anything on these. So I actually lately have been preferring, this look where you have kind of a wider scalp look with the lace top to the silk top. But, of course, I will always love my eye wigs, and I do tend to wear them more like on special occasions now, and I wear my lace tops more every day. Okay, so let me show you the silk top now. Okay, so here's that eye wig, and again, this is a 14-inch, a little bit longer than the wig I just had on, but this is a silk top, comfort cap, a fullest cap wig, and I put it on and it literally just fits me like a glove. But you can probably already kind of see that it does tend to look a little bit heavier, like on the top, and that's because of that silk top portion. They have to basically put more hair into that portion than in a lace top, if that even makes sense. So here is close up. And you can really see it's very realistic as far as like the scalp. If you want like the absolute most realistic look, I think that is going to be more of a silk top than a lace front. And the way at least the eye wigs fit me, it's like a glove. I put it on and it just fits perfectly snug everywhere, very comfortable. And let me kind of show you the side and the back, you know, because again, I do think it just has a little bit heavier of a look to it. And if the hair were to kind of part, this is what you would see on an eye wig. So for me, basically, if I'm going somewhere like really nice, like with my husband, I will tend to grab like an eye wig over a lace top. But for work, I don't want to ruin my eye wig. So I can say I don't wear these to work. I'm a registered nurse. I work very, very long hours, and I will usually grab my older lace top wigs, because if something were to happen to them, it's not going to devastate me. You know, an eye wig, these are very expensive. You know, it's a big investment. So I definitely baby my eye wigs. There goes my insulin pump, sorry. But yeah, you can definitely see, you know, it's just more hair at the top, even though the density is almost identical between the two. And now I'm going to talk a little bit more about, you know, that lace top and the difference. So you can see inside, you know, they're definitely more of a basic inside cap than like an eye wig, you know, just because they're constructed so differently. And there's that lace top part, which I'll kind of show you this way. Get it real nice and close up. So you can kind of see the netting in there. If you look real close, you're not going to have that as much with like a silk top. But again, you're going to have very low density with this, which most of the time, I think I personally prefer, you know, that lower density. But again, here and there, I just want to put on an eye wig. So, oh yeah, they actually are pretty similar, even as far as like color. But this is a balayage, so, you know, the rooting comes way down on it compared to the eye wig, which this one's just rooted, but it does have a longer root and then comes down. This is one of their stock colors. The only thing that I've done to it is just bleach the knots in the front. They were a little bit dark when it came. And I'll show you those knots again. So there you can see that lace line up just super close. And again, there is that scalp, which to me, the scalp just looks incredible on these. And the transition line, let me see if I can kind of show you that. There we go. So I'm going to throw this one back on now. And I am a size small in wigs, but I can tell you that I do think that eye wig runs just slightly small. I cannot fit my head into their small cap if my life depended on it. It just feels tight and it hurts like almost immediately. And here's just kind of another view of that cap, you know, so you can see how it just would conform perfectly to your head. You know, there's not a lot of like the front to the nape. There's not a huge amount of stretch. You know, there's definitely some stretch, but it's not like a wefted, if that makes sense. And all of that silicone, it just hugs your head. And I am completely shaved, so my hair actually, the little stubble actually acts as a Velcro for my wigs, which I love because I don't really have to use adhesives unless I want to. And if I do use adhesives, I use just a tiny bit of like It Stays on the top and the sides and that, and like a little tiny round spot, and that's it. And that's enough to make it like stay perfectly. But you know, with an eye wig, you actually don't really have to use adhesive. I've never had to use any with these, but I do also use that little strap that comes with it. And what that does is it will help pull that lace down nice and perfectly, you know, flat across your forehead, if that makes sense. And the only other thing I find with the lace tops that I do have a little bit of issue with, and I'm going to show you right now, is the sides usually come down a little bit too far on me. Even this one, there's a tiny, like a wrinkle right here. So I might actually take it in a tiny bit and just make it fit me a little bit better. But that is something you can easily do with the lace top too, is you can customize that cap. If you need to make it smaller, it's very easy, and you can always remove the stitch if you don't want it smaller anymore, you're going to sell it, or you know, anything like that. And I am going to show how to do that hopefully later today. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents, and let me know what you think. And you know, these days I've been pretty much sporting my lace tops and wearing my eye wigs here and there. And I do want to kind of show you, you know, what a wefted cap looks like inside. So the ears do tend to come out a little bit more, I've noticed, than like a silk top. Again, that's just my own opinion. And this is a medium. I typically wear a small, and that's part of the reason I have a little bit extra room in the sides. But I find that I can actually usually wear a medium or a small depending on the sizing. But you know, they are adjustable on the nape, and it's about the same amount of hair as that eye wig. Okay, so I'm going to show you this a little bit closer up. So here is that hairline and the silk top and the sides. Comes down to, you know, right about here. I find that at least the eye wig, they definitely sit further back, and the ear tabs fit perfectly over my ears, which lace tops I usually have to kind of make some adjustments to get it to not be over my ears. I haven't really noticed if I have just a kind of a short front to nape or ear to ear. I might. I do have a big flat spot in the back of my head, and that probably makes a difference as well. But like this eye wig, there's no glue on it, and it is not going anywhere. So that is one huge benefit to eye wigs. I find they just don't move on me. Like, yeah, pretty crazy. And as far as a lace top, well, this one's staying pretty put, but it's definitely, I can pull and it shifts quite a bit more. Like it'll pull my nape up a little bit, or, you know, the sides, but oh yeah, there it goes. It's shifting for sure. Okay, so that's just my 2 cents on the difference between silk tops and lace top wigs, and hope this helps someone. I had a hard time finding like comparison information when I was new to wigs, so just hoping to do like some more videos like this that might help someone that is just not sure about the difference, or haven't, you know, seen one in person to see what the differences are. And yeah, I think that's it. So have a great day, have a great weekend, and I'll see you all soon.